Okay, I have a new Samsung gas dryer and we have to convert it to propane, so I'm going to try to show you how I'm doing it. That way, if you need to do it, you can do it too. The instructions apparently aren't that clear. I don't have the kit with me yet. I just ordered it at Lowe's. I'm going to go pick it up, but I'm taking it apart before I go. So in the back, at the top, there's a screw there. And on the other corner, there's a screw there. You just use a Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew those to remove the top. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the top and then I'll show you what we do next. To remove the top, you lift up on the back a little bit and then pull it backwards by about 4 inches and it'll lift off. Once you remove the top, the control panel will just lift off and there's 2 electrical connectors there. Disconnect those. Now that you've got the control panel pulled up and taken aside, you disconnect those little cords there. You can just set it aside. There's 4 screws on top of the door and front panel. 1, 2, and then there's 3 and 4. I already took 2 of them out. Go ahead and take all 4 of those screws out. Now open the door and there's 2 more screws we have to remove. 1 right there and 1 right there in order to get the front panel off. Once you take the screws out, there's a tab there and a tab there. You need to depress those tabs with a screwdriver or some other tool and rock the door out. Once you get those 2 screws out, you rock the front panel forward a little bit and disconnect the door safety switch, and then you can lift off the front panel and set it aside. Okay, so looking at the bottom right-hand corner of the dryer, you can see where all of the gas orifices are that you're going to need to replace. So there's a little brass one right there. I'm shining my light on it right there. That's going to be one of the things that you replace. Also, back towards the back, I've seen one review that says that you can fit, it's hard to see, on the side where that screw is, on the top of that round part back there, right there where the light's shining, that's where the other gas orifice is inside there. And they said you can fit a ratcheting wrench right in the side there, and you can see that there is a spot where you could fit a wrench through there, I guess, and twist it around to grab onto the little fitting, but I don't think that's going to be the best way to go. I think you're going to have to take this screw off the top. Take this screw off the top with a 1/4 inch socket on a ratchet. Okay, so this is what comes in the conversion kit, and you're going to be replacing somewhat similar looking parts. They're under $20. I'll stick a link to it below. I was able to find one in stock at my local Lowe's, which was good for me because then I was able to get it same day. But you can order it online if you don't have time to drive to the store. The store isn't too far away, and I'll stick a link to it below. But as I already have the front off of the washing machine, or I'm sorry, dryer, the front off the dryer, and I already removed that little piece right there that was for the natural gas, and I'm going to be replacing it with this new one here, and it'll screw right in there. And it's more restrictive because propane is, you can see that's really simple to put in there, and then we just want to snug it up with a pair of channel locks. I wouldn't want to get it too tight there. Just a little bit of a twist. And in fact, when I went to take that one off, once you break it loose, you can unscrew it with your fingers. It's not that tight. And the next one is, the next piece that we have to get is in the back. And I'm going to have to try to get a flashlight to show you what I'm talking about there. Okay, right there is a little screw. Use a 1/4 inch socket to unscrew that screw. Next, use a crescent wrench to unhook this gas line. Okay, so it took a little bit of trial and error. Originally, I thought I was going to be able to use a ratcheting wrench to slip into an orifice, or well, slip into a slot back here and unscrew the orifice because that's what a reviewer had said, but apparently he had a different model of dryer than I did. I'm going to have to take this whole gas assembly out I already undid the screws and figured out how to take it out so I could show you. The thing is, there's one screw right here, one screw right here, and then if you can see my finger behind that right there, there's a slot and there's a screw there. In order to take this gas assembly out, be gentle because there are some wires clipped on there, and I don't even see a way to take those clips off easily, so I didn't want to take them off. You kind of have to pry right here on this bracket, and once you pry on the bracket, you can remove that whole gas, and you see that orifice is right there. So that's a 10 millimeter wrench to take that orifice off, replace it with your new one, and then reverse the process to put it back together.